Greetings Sports DTM fans and welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. Now, flowing from the comments on our last video done on the prize money for the reggae girls in the just concluded World Cup down under in Australia, we at Sports DTM sought the expert opinion on withholding of taxes and how it affects our athletes in different countries. Here is Shade with the details. She's a tax expert. She will provide some information and some clarity on some of these questions we have been seen in the comment section.
Hello everyone and welcome to Tax Corner. I am your tax attorney, Shade Byfield O'Connor, and here we will be discussing tips that will tip the scale and make a difference in your business. Now, today we want to talk about the tax impacts of athletes who perform outside of Jamaica. We also want to talk about the double taxation treaty that Jamaica has with the different countries around the world and how persons can benefit from those taxation treaties. Please bear in mind that each country has different tax laws and rules, and whether a person is taxable in a particular country will depend on the tax laws and rules of those countries. So before an athlete performs in a particular country, it will be prudent for them to have an idea of those tax laws and rules and how it will impact their earnings in these countries. Now, Jamaica has several taxation treaties with different countries, and the double taxation treaty at times provide for a reduced rate on certain income streams, but more importantly, it eliminates double taxation, which means if you have a double taxation treaty in place, you should not be paying income tax on the same income twice. And when I say income tax, full income tax on the same income twice. For example, Jamaica has a double taxation treaty with China. If an athlete performs services in China and perform service or undertake activities in China, and it was not a part of a cultural exchange between the governments, if that person suffers 10% income tax on that income that they earn in China, when they're filing their income tax return in Jamaica, what would happen is that because you would have already suffered 10% in China, if your full income tax rate in China is 25%, you will only be paying 15% on that income in Jamaica, because you would have already suffered 10, so you won't pay the full 25% in Jamaica, because there's a treaty that would eliminate double taxation. The issue really comes about when there is no double taxation treaty between Jamaica and the country in which you perform the services. Now, recently persons would have known that the reggae girls would have performed in Australia and they would have suffered tax on their prize money in Australia based on the tax laws and the rules of Australia. Now, unfortunately, Jamaica does not yet have a double taxation treaty with Australia. What that means is that even though you would have suffered tax in Australia, when you're filing your income tax returns in Jamaica, you would have to pay income tax in Jamaica, the full income tax in Jamaica, on the income that you are already taxed on in Australia. And it is full income tax you have to pay on that income because Jamaica does not have a treaty with Australia at the moment, and Jamaica charges income tax on the worldwide income of Jamaican residents. And that is very important to note, because sometimes persons believe that if the prize money is $100, they believe that they should receive $100, and some persons believe that because they already pay taxes in one country, they're not supposed to be taxable in the other country. But it depends on the rules and the laws of the land. So if Jamaica says you tax worldwide income and there's no double taxation treaty, you'd have to suffer income tax again on that income twice, which persons, would not find favorable. Now, there's beauty in the CARICOM treaty, and I want to talk about the CARICOM treaty briefly, because the uniqueness of the CARICOM treaty is that if an athlete performs in a country that is a signatory to the CARICOM double taxation treaty, so if you're a Jamaican resident and you go to Barbados or St. Lucia or Trinidad, for example, and you perform in those countries, you would only be taxable in the country in which you perform the services. So if they tax you in those territories, you would not suffer further taxation in Jamaica, because based on the CARICOM Treaty, you're only taxable in the country in which you perform services. What's important for you to receive is the tax certificate in the country in which you would have suffered the tax, to show that you would have paid income tax on that income in those countries, so that when you come to Jamaica, you would have that evidence to show to the tax authorities if asked, so that they can see that you would have already suffered tax in those countries, so you would not need to suffer tax again in Jamaica. And that's based on the CARICOM Treaty. So you won't suffer further tax in Jamaica because you would have already paid tax in those CARICOM jurisdictions. And that's the beauty of the CARICOM Treaty. Now we've come to the end of another Tax Corner. I hope we would have shed some light on how the double taxation treaty works, and how athletes are taxed on income that they may earn in other territories, and how you can eliminate double taxation if there's a double taxation treaty present. I hope you would have learned from this.
So fans out there, I hope this provided some clarity on some of the questions you had about the Reggae Girls' experience down under, how their income was treated in regards to tax, and other questions you had about the double tax treaty and so forth. Shadi Byfield O'Connor is a tax expert, tax consultant, and she also speaks at what's known as Tax Corner, and so you guys could check that out. Now leave all comments in the section below, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and to tell a friend, to tell another friend, tell all of their friends to come and join our channel. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Be blessed.